In this video, let us understand the format of cost sheet. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe. So let us begin the video. So this is the format of a cost sheet. Cost sheet for the year ending, and we write the period for which we are costing. Particulars, and we have an amount column. Here this additional amount column is for calculation only when it is required. For usually cost sheet, when the informations are directly given, we record only amounts in the amount column directly, one amount column. So here we start with the direct materials. What do you mean by this direct material? Direct materials are those materials which are involved in the production process directly. So basically these are the raw materials without which the production process might get hindered or stopped immediately. Okay, so here sometimes the question will not give direct materials directly. That time what we do is we take the opening stock of raw materials, add the purchase of raw materials in that current period, add the carriage inward and other direct expenditures related to purchase of direct material, subtract the closing stock of raw material and arrive at a raw materials consumed. So raw materials consumed are nothing but your direct material itself. So to find out that, we do all this process. The amount shall be recorded in the outer column. So direct materials is to be found out first, or if it is given directly in your question itself, we can consider it directly and record it in our amount column. After this, we record the direct wages. What do you mean by direct wages? Direct wages are those wages paid to the laborers who are directly involved in the manufacturing process, without whom the manufacturing process shall stop. So they are very much necessary for the manufacturing process. Without them, the manufacture may stop immediately without any further manufacturing. So such wages paid shall be considered as direct wages and are recorded next. We have next the direct expenditures, which are directly related to the manufacturing process, again without which the production shall stop immediately. So directly means anything to do with the production process which shall not continue any further if there is any missing of these expenditure. If there anything of this sort is not present in the manufacturing process, then the manufacturing may stop. Only then those are called as direct expenditures or directly related expenditures, and so on. Okay, when we add direct materials to direct wages and direct expenditure, we get our prime cost. This is our first step in cost sheet. To this prime cost, we add various factory overheads. What do you mean by overheads? Overheads are those expenditures which are related to the production process or selling process or any other process, but are not directly involved in the manufacturing process. Okay, so for example, if you're considering rent is definitely required for the as an expenditure for the purpose of manufacturing or selling or whatever it is, but it is not directly involved in the production process. Without paying the rent, you need not stop production. You mean any variation in the rent is different, any material cost and other things are different. So that is what is called as overhead charges. Okay, indirect charges which shall be uh, to be given to other various other cost heads. For example, here we are seeing factory overheads. So what do you mean by factory overheads? It can be factory lighting or depreciation relating to factory machinery or any other expenses concerned with the running of a factory. Such an expenditure will be recorded here, okay, under the factory overheads. Sometimes it is directly given in the question, so we directly record it there. Sometimes they will give the various expenditures like factory lighting or any other. So it can be even indirect labor paid to factory workers. So such, because it is not direct labor, it is indirect wages or indirect labor paid. So that kind of an indirect expenditure also comes under factory overheads, which is related to the factory. So we add this to our prime cost and ascertain our factory cost or work cost. Okay. Then after this, we add various administrative overheads. So what do you mean by this administration or administrative overhead? It is nothing but our business office related expenditures. So any expenditure relating to the working of an office shall be termed as administrative overhead. Okay, this for example we can say office rent or office lighting, depreciation on office furniture, printing and stationery, salary paid to office staff, so on and so forth. So such expenditures, if given separately, also be recorded under this, or if they directly sell or administrative overheads, so and so amount, that also we can directly record in the amount column. Then when we add administrative overhead to factory work cost or work cost, we ascertain the cost of production. So to this cost of production, we add the various selling and distribution overheads. So what do you mean by selling and distribution overhead? Anything related to your sales of your goods. Any expenditure incurred, maybe for transporting the goods from one place to another, or it can also be for the purpose of selling directly. For example, staff salary paid for salesmen, or it can also be advertisement expenditure for the promotion of your goods, so that is also related to your production to your sales process, right? So that as well, or any traveling charges related to sales or distribution, all these overheads come under sales, earning and distribution overheads. Once we record this amount, when we add this to cost of production, we arrive at cost of sales or total cost. So this is usually called as total cost itself. The other name given to it is cost of sales. So this is a ascertainment of the cost. So if the question gives you the profit, or it might state you the loss incurred, then we shall record it here. If it is profit, then we add it to cost of sales and we ascertain our sales. If it is loss, we subtract it from the cost of sales and arrive at a sales. Sometimes in a question, they will not give us the profit, they will give us the sales amount. So we will know what is the amount of sales done. So at that point of time, we subtract the cost of sales or total cost from the sales to arrive at our profit. If it is a positive figure, it is profit. If it is a negative figure, it is a loss. So this is how we ascertain a profit or loss from a cost sheet. Okay. So once again, we'll go with a quick revision. So first what we do, we add our material cost, material, direct materials, direct wages and direct expenditure to arrive at our prime cost. Okay. To our prime cost, we add the factory overheads to arrive at our factory cost or work cost. To this factory cost or work cost, we add our administrative overheads to arrive at our cost of production. To this cost of production, we add the various selling and distribution expenditures to arrive at our total cost or cost of sales. To this, either we add our profits, or we to arrive at our sales, or we subtract sales and cost of sales to arrive at our profit or loss, whichever we are incurring here. So this is your basic cost sheet, very simple and a basic understanding of a cost sheet. There will be other adjustment. For example, they might state that there is a work in progress. So if work in progress is given, we take it under the factory overheads itself. Yeah. So what we do is we add the opening balance of work in progress and subtract the closing balance of work in progress. So what do you mean by work in progress? By the way, it is nothing but the if the company has started a work and it did not finish it by the year ending, then it shall be considered as work in progress. So to ascertain the amount involved in this current period, we add the opening balance and subtract the closing balance of work in progress and ascertain the final balance. Okay, this is another adjustment. There may be other few adjustments to ascertain the per unit cost and so on and so forth, which you shall be seeing in various sums as and when you solve. So this was a basic understanding of the format. So in the next video, I shall be uploading a basic sum or which is solved on this cost sheet. We can go through that. You can go through that and understand the cost sheet better. So thank you for watching my video.